guys, I have a story for you today. I would like to tell you my story about my family, about my great grandmother and her dad. We would go and visit my grandmother every year, every summer basically. And the stories that she would tell us was just mind-boggling and so interesting. She said that she came out of slavery when she was 8 years old, and she was already spoiled. What she meant is that she was raped. She was taken advantage of as a tiny little girl. Then, during that time, it's when slavery was abolished, when the slaves could leave the master plantation. And she said her dad and her mom and she and her brother, they hid out in the woods during the day because they were not allowed to be seen during the day. If they were seen, that they were killed because they dared to leave the master's plantation. So her dad and the family, they hid out. And at night is when they would come out because they know that they couldn't be seen. So what Granddaddy did, which is her father, my great grandfather, would go and take chickens, eggs, you name it, just to survive from the plantation. But this particular time, Grandma said that Granddaddy went into the fields. And when he went into the fields, he took some white potatoes. Now, let me tell you this. When you go into the fields, years ago, it was called gleaning the fields, where they would go and take what was left in the fields. Now, if you had a farm, you could not take everything out of the field. You had to leave something in the field for the poor people. But now remember this, because they were former slaves, Granddaddy wasn't welcome to go in the field to get anything out of the field. So to the slave master, he was stealing. So Grandpa went into the field and he took some white potatoes. In essence, according to them, he stole the white potatoes. And he found some sugar cane. Sugar cane grows up out of the ground and it's full of sugar. It's really sweet. It's not that processed sugar, but it's that natural sugar that's freshly from the ground. So he stole that, okay? He took eggs and he took it back to Grandma. By then, they had found a hut where they could stay in at night and sleep at night. However, they was not to sleep too hardy. And this is how she said it. We were not to sleep too hardy because we wanted to make sure that when the vigilante came, that they would not overtake us and kill us. So they wasn't even allowed to have a light. So they traveled at night. So when Grandpa, I call him Grandpa, bought the white potatoes, the sugar cane, and the eggs, he brought it to Grandma. And Grandma made a freedom pie. Now I'm gonna tell you why we call it, the family, the Braxtons, the Jacksons, call it the freedom pie. It's because when Grandma made that pie, Grandpa took that pie and lifted up and said, "We will never enter into slavery again. Before my family I allow my family to go in slavery, I will die first. So this pie has been moving in our family from generation to generation. And each generation enhanced the pie. My mom enhanced it a bit from grandma. I enhanced it from my mom. And if you come to my house to visit during the holidays, because basically I make it for the holidays, I make it Thanksgiving, and I make it for Christmas to honor my ancestors. And my children, they all know about it. And if you visit me during that holiday, you will also have to have just a slither of the freedom pie, because that's our tradition. And we as a people, sometimes we throw the tradition away as though it doesn't matter, but it matters. It matters from generation to generation. How can we know where we are from or what we've done if we don't teach our children and their children's children? Now, the freedom pie is very good, okay? I put different things in mine. My mom put a lot of things, ingredients in hers. Let me tell you about the ingredients. I put nuts because my mom put nuts in hers, showing the hardship that we had. She put raisins, or she would put pineapple to show the sweetness of life. We put cinnamon, you name it, that's what we used. Because sometimes in life, life can be very extremely hard. But one thing about it, Grandpa thought that we had hope. We have dreams. We have aspirations of how our life should be. And the good thing about it is that, yes, we can endure for a night and joy come in the morning. Yes, we can renew our strength. And we can run and not get weary, because our ancestors, they showed us the way, but we're not willing to take it. Now, what I'm going to do is show you how it's done. Follow me. How about that? Alrighty then. Remember I was telling you about the freedom pie? Well, this is it. It has raisins, cinnamon, butter, white potatoes, anything you like, put it in. You may not like pecans. I love pecans. You may want walnuts. Put it in there. Do what you need to do. But remember why you are baking it. Not just to eat, for God's sakes. But it's somebody's tradition, which the Braxton's tradition. So now I'm going to pour it in. Look at God. Pour it in. Smooth it out. Pour it in. Smooth it out. By the way, you only need 2 white potatoes to get this, okay? And now you know the rest of the story. Look at God. Now I'm going to put this in a 375-degree oven for 40 to 45 minutes, okay? And it's very, very good. It's just a tradition that my family have, and I just want to share it. That's all. I'm going to put it in here. And what I did, I pre-baked one, just so you can see it. How about that? Because I don't know, you may have a lot to do. See, ta-da! Now, this is what I do. Just take it. Look at God. Ta-da! That's it. Now, I'm going to taste it so you can see just what it looks like. And I'm telling you, it is great. By the way, you have to put sugar in it. Okay, I don't know if I said sugar or not, but you have to put sugar, you put flavoring, you put all of those things in it. And it is incredible. See? See, look at God. Ta-da! See? I like a little extra on mine. I just like it. How about that? Now, you want to follow me while I sit and eat? Grandma Sophie was 116 when she died, and I was 16 years old when my grandmother died, great-grandmother died. Beautiful woman, and I love just being with her because the wisdom this woman had was just incredible. Let me taste this. Oh my God. Girl, people, I stuck my toe in this. Incredible. Grandma will be very proud of me. And as always, thank you for allowing me to come into your home and to tell you my story. I have millions of them. I'll tell you all of them one day. And as always, thank you for cooking with Miss E.